So when he came here, he had brought his dogs with him. The rules though of his accommodation, they said very specifically no cats and no dogs are allowed. They did not specify no pets. So what pet do we think this madman gets instead? It was a very big, very dangerous animal that we no longer have here in England. We used to have them in the wild back then. Not quite a crocodile. It was a mammal. Still not a crocodile. It was a land animal. They still exist in the world, just not in England. In the wild. Not a lion, bigger than a lion, bigger than a tiger. Not quite as big as an elephant. A bear, yeah, absolutely. As you do, he buys himself a bear. I kid you not. He brings it with him back to his college. The professors were not happy about this, but he quite rightly points out it is not a cat, it is not a dog, so it was not against the rules, and he kept it for the rest of his stay at Trinity College. And that's often the story people don't believe, but that's one of the true ones. He's absolutely nuts. If you like your historical figures, read about Lord Byron. He is an utterly terrible human being. It makes a fantastic reading. He was great rivals as well with another beloved British poet, more loved I should say than he was, William Wordsworth. If anyone's heard of him? So Daffodils is his most famous poem, and he was a student here at St. John's College, very much mirroring the rivalry between. Is that St. John's as well, that we get some of the inspiration for James Bond? Do you guys know where the secret code comes from for James Bond? 007? It was William Wordsworth. Pardon me. It was John Dee. So he had been a professor for St. John's College. And after a while, he gets exiled from England. When he was travelling around Europe, he was also spying for his Queen Elizabeth I. When he would spy for his Queen, he did not write at the end of his lesson, "My name is John Dee, I am a super secret spy, can we kill me?" He used 3 numbers to refer to himself, that Ian Fleming, the author, quite likened to. Those 3 numbers were absolutely 007. The 2 O's, because he was the Queen's eyes abroad, and the 7, because he had 7 letters in his name. J-N-D.
And it's one of the best playing street clubs in England, by far. And so, it's just so worth it.
Coming back to the Bridge of Sighs here ahead of us. One of the greatest pranks by students happened here. What do you guys think 4 engineering students could do with 2 boats, a car, and the Bridge of Sighs in 1963? That? Is this pretty long? Any guesses? This bridge, yeah.
No, you have to be the other way. This way is that way.
You all seem like a mischievous bunch. What would you guys do? No? So they tied these 2 boats together and they used them to bring this car up the river. And then they got to this bridge. And under the cover of darkness, they figured out how to lift the car up and they hung it underneath the bridge. Done all in one night and made even better by the fact. If you have a look ahead of us now to the right hand side, you will see the building with the red bricks straight ahead there. That is the Master's Lodge. So that's where the head of St. John's College lives. The next morning he drew his curtains and he saw that car hanging there underneath the bridge. If you would like to see the photo, type into internet or type into Google Austin 7